Hey guys, what is going on? It is your boy. We are back. Look, we are only one day away, which Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl comes out tomorrow. So I wanted to go ahead and do this. I supposed been doing it for Pokemon Sword and Shield. However, I didn't have the computer back then, so I have it now. So I want to go ahead and share with you guys my journey on Pokemon. So, Generation 4 remake is coming out tomorrow, which will be the Sinnoh region. So, I want to show you guys that your boy, has completed the whole entire Pokédex. I have every Pokemon from every region. And no, it's not easy. And I'm just saying, this has been over 20 years of actually playing. So, I just don't know what to say. So, let's go ahead and get into it. So, starting off, we're going with the original 151 from the Kanto region. We've got I have every last one of them, and I will be showing them off in the boxes. The thing that I'm going to say is, my very first starter from that region was Charmander. Then I end up going with Squirtle. Then I end up with Bulbasaur. So I did not complete the decks all at one time. But if I can remember correctly, my team was the Charmander line. I know for a fact it was the Pidgey line. I had Pikachu and Raichu because I definitely liked Raichu. I did have Sandshrew. I loved, but the only thing about Sandshrew is the defense was not that good. The defenses were not good. I did have Oddish all the way to Parasect, but I swapped between. Um, I tried. I always had an Aber, but it was so hard to get Alakazam because didn't have nobody to trade with. I played this in '98. Didn't have nobody to trade with. I did get me a Rapidash. I love Rapidash. Oh, I loved it. I think I played red, so I don't know if Shelter was either in red or blue. I can't remember, but I definitely tried getting one. I did have Ghastly. It was hard to get Gengar, but I did have Hunter and Ghastly. This thing right here was so hard to get because you couldn't get this thing until the very end. You couldn't get him until the very end. Um, this was hard to get during the Safari Zone. Oh my gosh, you could not get a Kangaskhan to save your life. Pinsir was the same. I did want a Jinx, but I don't think I actually got a Jinx, but I don't think I played with Jinx. I had red, so I ended up with Magmar, but I loved Electabuzz. Oh my gosh, Electabuzz was good. And then when we got these right here was so hard to get. Not only that, the three legendary birds, I played with all of them, and then I ended up with Mewtwo. But Mew, I did not get until I think Generation 3. So I did not really complete it until I got. Well, you don't really have to complete it with the mythicals, but it does give a. But you don't get no kind of bonuses or anything for completing it with the without all the without the mythicals or anything like that. So you don't really get. It's really not that big of a deal. So that was my adventure with the Kanto region. Now the Johto, I had to go with Typhlo. I mean, Cyndaquil. Oh my gosh, I love Cyndaquil. Then I end up getting Hoot Hoot, but I don't know why this bird was. It was good for what it was supposed to be because I thought it was flying psychic, but it was flying normal. Don't know why, but I guess. Then we ended up. I had the Marie line. I love Marie. I didn't play now these two. Oh my gosh, I love these two. Man, Umbreon and Espeon. Forgot to tell y'all over in Kanto, I did get Jolteon. I didn't play with, but I did play with all three of them. But Jolteon was my favorite out of the Kanto evolutions. So I played with him mostly. Let's see. I didn't really play with any Hundour and Hundoon. You couldn't get them until the very end of. You couldn't get them until you got back to to Kanto. I did have Fanfi. This thing was hard to get. Steelix was one of the ones I was after, but could not get it. Um, I did get I did get the Tyranitar line, but you can't get that until almost the end. I got the three dogs, and Ho-Oh was my. I did get gold, so Ho-Oh was my version exclusive, but I did finally get them all. Man, I'm telling you, Johto was the region. I love Kanto and Johto because they both were together. However, everybody did not like that. Everybody was so, well, no, everybody did like the two regions, but we can never get that again, and I don't know why. We love the two regions, and that was one of the best because you can go from Johto to Kanto, and the way that it's been said, and the way that things are going. Sinnoh is technically connected to Johto, so it's like at the very, very top of Johto. So because of the Sinjo ruins, that I don't know why they can't let us go to Sinnoh that way. We can travel through like take the train to go straight up, but I don't know. Hoenn. Now Hoenn was not my favorite region. But I did like all three of the starters, but Mudkip was my favorite, so I started with him. I started with Mudkip. I'm not gonna even lie. I had what was it, the action replay, so I started out with all three of them. So I actually loved all three. That's why I liked all three. But Blaziken and Marshtomp was not Marshtomp. Was Swampert was my two favorite out of the three. Um, I really didn't have like a good team if you ask me for Sinnoh. I mean for I know my Sinnoh team, but Hoenn, I don't really think I actually had a good team because I was one of the Gen 1ers as they call us. I was a Gen 1er, so it was like all the Pokemon that was there in the Hoenn region I did not want. Only Pokemon that I did take was Pikachu because it was familiar to me. But after playing for a while, Beldum became this one. I did get all the legendaries. I did fall in love with Spheal. I love Spheal. My everybody say Milotic, but I think it's Milotic. Milotic is one of my favorites. Oh, I use this thing so much. Now I did like Tropius, but if you wanted to play this thing, it was not good. It was not good to be in battle because its defenses. It was flying. It's flying grass, and the defenses and the typing are not good. I did get Cat Turn. I did like Cat Turn. This thing is a monster. Oh my gosh. I never played with Mawile, but when Generation 6 came out and it got a Mega Evolution, oh my god. This thing became a beast. I forgot to tell y'all Mega Kangaskhan was dominating. Everybody want Mega Evolution to come back, but I don't know if it will. It should. It should make a comeback. I love Mega Evolution. Now, here's the game that is coming out tomorrow, and I know you guys are wondering which starter am I going to choose. Now, if you want to know that, you need to tune in tomorrow to find out what I'm going to choose. But in the meantime, I started out with Turtwig, then I ended up resetting and going with Chimchar, and then I ended up playing with Piplup. Now, out of the three, I liked all of them, but Torterra was my favorite. But JPR and Tyrone the God 3, all three of us did like a video like 4 years ago. And we talked about how Sinnoh did not have any fire types. If you did not get Chimchar, you basically did not have a fire type. Because you can go down this list. The only other fire type is this one, is McMortar. But you can't get McMortar until, what was it? Until, later in the game. And you can only get it by putting, Fire Red within in the disc slot of the 3DS. No, not the 3DS. The Game Boy Advance. That was the only way you can actually do that. Oh wait, it was the DS. I'm sorry, it was the DS, not the Game Boy Advance, the DS. And that was the only way you can get it. That if you guys look right now, there is no fire type, no fire type at all. Now Arceus could be a fire type, but you cannot get Arceus in the game at all. Arceus was a event Pokemon, so if you missed the event, you couldn't get him. Darkrai, I had them. Oh, and I loved every last one of them. Abomasnow, I loved Abomasnow. Oh my gosh, I did not play with Lucario until Gen 6 when he got the Mega Evolution. Now, don't get me wrong, I loved Riolu and Lucario. The thing was, I didn't know how to evolve him into Lucario, so I never evolved him. But I did like him, and then once I got to Gen 6, that's when he became my favorite. Now, you already know this is the legendary. I'm going with Dialga. I love Dialga. Out of the two, this was my favorite. Palkia, Water Dragon is a good typing, but this right here is a great typing. And now that fairies will be in this generation, it's gonna be really, really good. I cannot wait. So we're gonna move on to the Unova region, which I still say the ISU region, but I went by the Japanese name. Where do I start? The only good Pokemon that I actually like was Victini, which is the mythical legendary of the region. I tried all three of them. Superior was my favorite. I did like Superior. Don't ask about the regional bird. No. I did like the Sandile line. I loved it. Darumaka and Darmanitan, I loved them. Scraggy and Scrafty, I loved them. I loved them. Zora and Zoroark, loved them, loved them, loved them. What y'all missed about this generation is the Deerling and Swashbuck. They had seasonal forms, and I love the seasonal forms. The winter form was my favorite. Autumn was another favorite, but I love the winter. I did like Galvantula and Jotik and Galvantula. I love those. I did like Electros. Now my ghost favorite out of that generation was Golurk and Golit and Gorlok. I loved them. I played with them like, man, Ghost Ground. I think that was our very first Ghost Ground. And then the legendaries. Now I did have Volcarona, but you couldn't get Volcarona to the very end. And this was and it still is a good Pokemon. Hydreigon, really, really good. I loved him. But my favorite out of the dragons were Zekrom. I loved Zekrom. I did not like the genies that much, but I played with them. But Landorus, I did like Landorus. But it was hard as heck to get Landorus. Him was my favorite. I loved him. And these three right here, you could not get these three unless you had the event. If you did not have, I missed the event. I did not get these three, and I was so mad. I'm a Pokemon collector, as y'all can see, so that's why I wanted it. So that's why I was so mad. Now we're getting to Generation 6, which was the Kalos region. Where do I start? Now y'all already know this was my Pokemon right here. I started with him. This was my team. The Froakie line, this one, the Fletching line. Oh my gosh. Pyro and Litleo. I had them. Tyrantrum and Tyron and Tyrantrum. I had Trevenant. I did get Goodra. Let me see. I collected all of them, but these are the ones that I mostly played with. I got Honedge and Aegislash at the end. Now, this was the game that I had. I had Y. Yveltal was my favorite. Still love him to this day. If you see me play Sword and Shield, he's with me, right along with Zygarde. Zygarde, I loved Zygarde before we even knew he had a complete form, as they would call 100%. Because we all figured he was incomplete, but I loved him from the very first time I got him, and I still love him to this day. Now he's palling around with me on Sword and Shield. Diancie, love Diancie. Oh my gosh. They could have done so much more with Diancie. She has a mega form. Oh my gosh. Loved it. Volcanion, we never got a chance to play with Volcanion. I think he's in the game now, so you can actually play with him. But I'm gonna probably I'm gonna probably play around with him if he's there. Hoopa, we cannot bring into the game. I don't know why. We didn't get, well, we've got a chance to play with him in Generation 6. Was it? Generation 7. We got a chance to play with him in Generation 7, but this guy needs to be played. That's all I'm saying. I'm thinking we can, and if we can, I'm going to do some battles with him. Now, let's get to Generation 7. The Alola region. Y'all already know. This was my boy right here. This was my boy right here. Decidueye. And spoiler alert, if you guys already know, the Legend of Arceus is coming out in January. You already know this is my starter right here. Don't even ask. It's already decided. But I did get a chance to. I had bought Sun and Moon. I bought both games, so I played with all three starters. This was my starting bird. I did get Vikavolt. Come on, I did get Vikavolt. I did have Mudsdale. I loved Mudsdale. I liked almost all the Pokemon of the region. Now, Solgaleo is my favorite. That was my favorite out of Lunala. He was my favorite. I liked all the Ultra Beasts. This was my favorite. Katana. Circuitry. Oh, now Magirna was easy to get, still is easy to get, but you got to get the game. Marshadow. Oh, Marshadow is really good as a ghost fighting type, because you can't hit him, but he can definitely hit you. So you will need like a psychic type. Now purple. Now these Ultra Beasts came out with Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Bocephalon, loved him, loved him, loved him, and Zero Aura, love Zero Aura. But we got a chance to play with him in the Galar region, and we actually got the shiny version. So I have my shiny version and the Galar region. Y'all should are well. If y'all did the playthrough with me, I started out with Rillaboom, but I did start out with Cinderace. I had you. Well, y'all can go back and watch my playthrough, so I don't even have to tell y'all who I started out with. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna spoil any of all of who I chose. Well, I already spoiled who I chose, but I'm not gonna spoil the team or anything because you guys can go back and watch all of my progress on this game right here. So, not gonna spoil it. So go ahead and look at it. Now the final one, the unknown region, is only Melmetal and Melton. They were introduced in Generation 7, but they were saying that they came from a different region. What region is that? We don't know. So that's why it's still unknown. But that was it, guys. I just wanted to do this little small special for you guys for tomorrow's release of um, Shining Shining Pearl and Brilliant Diamond. So if you guys wanted to see how I played Pokemon over the years, I definitely played a lot. Oh wait, I definitely played a lot, and I wanted to let me go ahead and show you guys my. Before I end it, I want to show you guys my give you guys a whole sample of my Pokemon, and this is every last Pokemon that I showed you guys that I've been every last one of them right here. Caught them all. And if you see the exclamation point beside them, meaning that the moves that are in the game now, you can if I have whatever moves that's on them now, like Dragon Rage is not in the game, you can't use it. And you got some with like the red symbol like this, meaning they cannot enter the game. Don't ask why. We have no idea why. But these are all of my Pokemon right here. Generation 2 ends here, and Generation 3 starts right there. So you guys can see all of them. And this has been like, here goes Generation 4. So Generation 4 starts right here. So you can see I collected every last one of them. Now, if you guys want to see me go through the Sinnoh region, come and check me out. I will be definitely doing it. I mean, everybody asks me how do I do it. I'm gonna give y'all a secret. I just buy both games because it has been so hard to talk to people to ask them to give you certain certain Pokemon or whatnot. And most people don't want to part with their Pokemon. So it's like, they want an outlandish Pokemon that you're not willing to give up, but they want that Pokemon for you to give before they give you the Pokemon you want. And it makes no sense. So it's like, instead of having douchebags tell me what Pokemon I want to trade for, how about I just get the game, get both games, and collect them myself. But what I would not be doing is I'm not going to complete the whole Sinnoh Dex. I'm not going to complete the whole Sinnoh Dex. I'm trying to get out. Oh, wait. I'm not gonna complete the whole Sinnoh Dex is because you guys have already seen I don't need any Pokemon. I have them all. But that was all the little special I wanted to show you guys. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what was your favorite game, when did you start, and what was your first starter. Alright guys, I'm going to see y'all tomorrow.